Yo, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, listen up. This goes out to everybody out there struggling with something, whatever you're struggling with. This goes out to everybody out there struggling, but especially the youngsters out there. Just on my everyday travels and, getting around, I see more and more youngsters walking around like zombies, high as a kite. It's like all they do, all times of night. If I happen to be out, late at night, I'm not doing anything crazy. Trust me, I work out late at night. I'll just see them walking around, hey, you got a cigarette? Asking for money, doing all types of foul stuff. I'm like, at this age, man, you're probably like 18 or 19. Nobody was thinking about that kind of stuff when I was growing up. We were thinking about, sports, working out, having fun, but nothing crazy. You know, I just don't understand the mentality now. I don't know if it's the music or what, but something is making all these youngsters think, it's the end thing to be on something. They got to be on something. They got to be drinking, smoking, shooting up, just anything that's damaging themselves. And there was a study that showed actually that working out produces the same high as the high they're getting from the street drugs. So I'm just tired of seeing it. I'm like, first thing they do when they get a check is go get tore up. And some of these dudes are like 20 years old looking like they're 58. I'm like, man, would you stop doing the drugs, man? I actually get mad when somebody asks me, hey, man, you got a lighter or cigarette? I'm like, do I look like I smoke? It just gets tiring, man. It's like, show some discipline, man. To me, you're mentally weak if you have to be on something. Anytime you get stressed out, you're headed for the dope, man. And like I heard somewhere on, I believe it was YouTube, when I was growing up, rappers may have talked about selling the dope, but not so much about doing the dope. Now they make it cool to do the dope. I know people thought it was corny in the 80s when Nancy Reagan came out with the just say no, but it's pretty much just that simple. Just say no. That's all you got to do. Stop being a follower. Stop giving in to peer pressure. Stop thinking that, you're cool because you're smoking something. And these drugs got so many chemicals in them now, you don't know what you're smoking. I suspect that's why some of them look like zombies walking around with their minds gone. I'm just tired of it. I'm sick of seeing it. And if you see me outside, don't ask me if I got a cigarette. Don't ask me if I got a lighter, because I ain't never done that kind of stuff and never will. So, get your acts together. I'm tired of seeing it. If I got problems, I take them to the Most High, Yahweh, Yeshua HaMashiach, the only that I bow down to. I don't bow down to drugs. I don't bow down to peer pressure. I don't bow down to none of that. You got to walk the straight and narrow. You might say I'm being preachy. Well, sometimes you need to be preached to. When I was in nursery school, there was a teacher there. We used to call her Sister Harmon. She used to call me her little preacher. Well, now I guess the mission's fulfilled. I'm preaching. Stay off the drugs. It's not doing you any good, trust me. And you never get so high that you feel satisfied. Like, wow, that was such a good high that I'm good now. I don't need any more. You keep needing more and more and more, then it leads to something harder. You get to hardcore drugs. Man, this world is so different now than it was when I was growing up. It doesn't even seem to resemble the same world. It's like being on a different planet. I'm wondering, I don't want to blame the parents, but it's just like, who's raising these? TK Kirk, who raised you? Oh, man. Anyway, this has been a public service announcement from your big homie, Jay Roos. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe. And, if you're offended, you're offended, But like they say, if you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one that howls is the one that got hit. So if you're offended, you must be the one I'm talking to. So stop being a follower, be a leader. And if you're going to follow anybody, you follow the Most High, Yahweh, Yeshua HaMashiach. Read the scriptures. Trust me. Well, no, don't trust me. Trust the Most High. But you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is just listen to what I got to say. Be fearless.